Just a week after Mirna exposed how emergency patients in Bengaluru were being denied admission without a COVID test report, the Karnataka government has now issued an order asking hospitals to treat patients regardless of the COVID report. The order says private hospitals cannot deny admission to either COVID or non-COVID patients, citing COVID test report as a reason. So the order is very clear now to private hospitals, and I see this as a direct outcome of the consistent reporting my colleague Sreeja and Neha has done on the issue of private hospitals not following the required protocol. Sreeja is joining me live now. Sreeja, this is of course a positive news that we have today, that the government is taking action against private hospitals, asking them not to turn away patients who come in with any kind of emergency health problems and not to insist on a COVID test report. I remember you did an extensive report on this entire issue, calling up multiple hospitals, and you found out that yes, they did insist on a COVID report. Now that has to be completely ruled out after this order.
Well, that's right, Afrida. In fact, remember, we carried out two exposés. One was regarding whether they are going to admit a COVID suspect or not without a COVID report. And the second exposé was about where during in times of emergency, several patients were denied admission or treatment without a COVID report. Remember the exposé that we ran for a couple of days and also questioning the Karnataka government. Finally, we see a week later where the Health Department of Karnataka has now issued this particular order to all the private medical establishment. Now, what really does this mean? We understand that they cannot go ahead and blatantly violate the law. The reason being, we understand it can attract a penalty, not just penalty. Remember, action can be initiated against them. Even their licenses can be suspended. So this is the kind of action which the health department is planning to, in fact, initiate against those private medical establishments if they are found to, in fact, violating such rules. Now, what exactly does this order mean? So this particular order means that anybody, for that matter, whether you are a COVID patient or you're not a COVID patient, in times of emergencies, if at all a private medical establishment is denying treatment, then you can question them with this particular order that Karnataka government has now passed an order that they cannot deny the treatment. Back to you.
Yes. All right, absolutely. So in that sense, this kind of journalism, of course, helps. The government is forced to take action, and ultimately people will benefit. People who seek emergency medical services in private hospitals will benefit out of this new order. They will no longer have to furnish a COVID test report. Thanks for joining us, Sreeja, with this latest information.